Yo yo yo, it's your boy Luap. Welcome back for another video. Today I want to talk about my dream list of fighters. Characters? Champions? Pokemon for Pokemon Unite. There are currently about 22 confirmed fighters in the game. I say confirmed with air quotes because a good chunk of them were data mined, so you have to take that with a grain of salt. Before I get started, I want to shout out my Discord server. You can find the link for it down below. We have over 100 members and are doing giveaways all the time. In fact, I just gave away a shiny Lopunny for me hitting 100 subscribers. So, if getting free shinies and joining Dynamax adventures with others interests you, feel free to join. Now, with all that being said, let's get started on today's video. So coming in at my number 5, I have Salamence. As far as the confirmed roster, we only have one dragon type in this roster. I know what you're gonna say, but Luap, there are no type advantages in Pokemon Unite. And you're absolutely right. However, I think having a mix of types would be cool to diversify the roster a bit. For me, Salamence's playstyle would be pretty cool in terms of a MOBA with evolutions. When he's in his first form as Bagon, he does low damage and focuses more on attacking moves. Then as a Shelgon, he gets tanky and does less damage, but he can take more hits. He can even use, Protect to block one of your opponent's skill shots outright. Think of like something like Light Screen is in the Pokemon games, that kind of effect, you know, how it has like the wall and it spreads out, I don't know. Then of course, when he becomes Salamence, he's an absolute beast. His ability Moxie makes him a force on the battlefield, getting stronger with each kill. If you let a Salamence get fed in the game, you're gonna be in for a bad time. With Eevee being the second mascot of Pokemon basically at this point, it's a surprise that it hasn't been confirmed yet. It can go all around attack as its base form with tackle or double kick, something like that. Maybe support with sand attack and growl. And if it needs range moves, it could even carry swift. Now imagine if we can get a different evolution every game we played. It'd just be completely random. One game you play as Jolteon, one game you play as Sylveon, then back to Sylveon again, and somehow we're Leafeon the next game. That'd be just really interesting both as the player and as the opponent. It's really different, you don't know what you're gonna get. And each Pokemon that Eevee can evolve into, of course, carries its signature moves to, of course, spice it up. And I think we got a really fun Pokemon to play as. It's just full of surprises. Who knows what you're gonna get? Either way, if you like Eevee and you like the evolutions, it'll be a great time because you can play as many different ones and not, hard to focus on one. I don't know how to work. I think it'd be very fun and a cool gimmick to have in the game. I'm not sure. It was just my YOLO pick as number 4. Coming in at number 3, we have Electivire. Again, going with the same argument I had for Salamence, it's the fact that the only other Pokemon that's confirmed to be electric is Pikachu. Electivire is just a Pokemon that A, I think has a really cool design, B, it's a nice 3-stage evolution, although I know it's not necessary, and C, kind of sort of has some anime tie-ins with both Paul and Gary having one. We know that Gary will be making an appearance soon in Pokemon Journeys, but that's probably just a stretch to think that's why they would make it into the game. Now let's go over the moveset. Elekid can just have your generic Thundershock and maybe Charge or Leer as his other move. I think Charge would be better as Elekid because putting all his resources to try and land a Thundershock, which I have as a skill shot, would be really cool. You have to aim it and boom, if you hit it, that's great. If you land the skill shot, it can advance you into Electabuzz faster, which he would have Thunderbolt and Light Screen. I say Light Screen because it gives Electabuzz an offensive and a defensive support role. I think that most Pokemon should have mixed roles and not just be all-out attackers because that wouldn't make the game as fun, but of course some of them should. Finally, Electivire, he worked really hard to get there. You have to land yourself a lot of Thunderbolts and Thundershocks. This guy is going to have Thunder and Giga Impact. If you're far, he can strike you with his Thunder while he's recharging because it has a long cooldown. I don't know, that's just what I'm thinking about. Giga Impact will hit you up close. Of course, both of these have high cooldown times, so after he uses both these moves is your opportunity to go in and strike Electivire if he doesn't have anybody's around to help him out. That's why I think that Electivire would be an amazing choice to be added into the game. I mean, he just looks amazing, his moveset looks awesome if I can have it how I pictured it, and all around just would be like a cool guy. My honorable mention is Decidueye. I want to give a shout out to Look at Panda for coming up with this idea and leaving it in the comments below. Truly epic, I really like it. Most mobile type games have an archer guy, so why not Decidueye? He can fill that role perfectly. I don't want to go too in depth on my honorable mention, but having him as a long range grass type offensive Pokemon can be a bit different than the other grass type Pokemon that already are confirmed to be in the game. Of course, who would not want to play as an archer in a MOBA? Like, those are iconic. Every single game seems to have one. I would definitely love to play as Decidueye, and yeah, that was a great suggestion. Thanks, Look at Panda. This one's a personal favorite of mine. Blaziken would be a sick Pokemon to be able to beat people up as. I do worry that he's too similar to Cinderace, and that can make it really hard for him to get in, but boy would I love it. I find that Cinderace can have a gimmick of hitting shots from far away with the signature move Pyro Ball, but Blaziken would be doing most of his damage from a closer range. Torchic would start off with the moves Ember and then Growl or Sand Attack for support moves, but it could also just be Peck. Combusken comes in with Double Kick, a move I admittedly thought was his signature move when I was 10 playing Pokemon Emerald, and maybe Bounce or an Elemental Punch. I don't know, I really can't think of a second moveset to be honest. Finally, we have Blaziken, which would blaze up the competition with its signature move Blaze Kick and knock them out the sky with Sky Uppercut. This would have him doing lethal amounts of damage at a close range. I honestly don't see Blaziken as a possibility since we already have a bunch of other fire types and ones that is very similar to it, but just know that this is a fan favorite of mine, so I would love to be able to play as the Blaze Boy. This is my number one pick as far as Pokemon I would love to play as. My all-time favorite Pokemon since I was a kid is this beast. Using the same trope that I always say, there is only one other rock type Pokemon seemingly confirmed, which is Crustle, and I truly believe that these two would have completely different playstyles. I kind of picture Tyranitar as being in the same, evolution line as Salamence because they are pretty similar. Larvitar would have Rock Throw and Tackle, with Pupitar having Rock Slide and Iron Defense. Pupitar can take a lot of damage, and taking all the damage is what instigates him to evolve into its final form Tyranitar. T-Tar would have Hyper Beam and Stone Edge and basically play as an all or nothing Pokemon. If you land both your skill shots, you'll do massive damage, but if you miss them, you're a sitting ducklet and they're going to pounce on every opportunity they can get. Now, it's cool because Tyranitar could have, an ability passive where like a certain area around him has a sandstorm or something, dealing residual damage to all enemy types or something like that. That'd be cool. I don't know how that would work, but that's just a little kind of thing that came into my head. These are just my overall thoughts and picks for Pokemon that I want to play as in Pokemon Unite. Please, of course, tell me the Pokemon that you want to play as or that you think would make great fits for Pokemon Unite in the comments below, or send it to me on Twitter, links down below, shameless plug. I can't wait to put my hands on Pokemon Unite and make some videos about it, but until then, don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and subscribe for future content. See you guys next time. Peace.